Hey guys, so had to do part 2 because I've been ranting lately. Somebody said, you trying to be like Elliot Hulse? I was like, are you kidding me? Like, yo, I'm older than Elliot Hulse and I've been this way my whole life, so no. I mean, he's freaking the bomb, but yo, this is Steph from wee little ladette. I've been this way all my life, but I digress. Here we go. So I was ranting about things to lose weight. Drugs, T3, things messing with your hormones, your thyroid, your adrenals, people taking caffeine, which I really didn't get into that. We'll get more into that. People taking the pre-workouts, people starving, people trying to do cyclic ketosis and refeeding because they think that's going to boost their freaking metabolism. And then when I asked them, now how is it going to do that? Can you explain to me, yes, can you explain, I've got my glasses on, can you explain to me how refeeding, depleting and refeeding and depleting and refeeding is healthy for the body to make you release growth hormone and have a better metabolism? Can you? They never do, oddly enough. I'd really love to learn how that works because so far it's just making people fatter. Okay, so I spoke on this subject, so I will revisit and then I will continue what my rant was about because I want to talk about the ketogenic diet and in comparison to all these other potentials. So with that said, I'm so hyper. It's the afternoon now. Yeah. 3-hour workout. Very smart though. Lots of stretching in between. Yeah, because I want to get my cortisol levels down low and get the growth hormone up high. Okay, here we go. So, what I said in the prior video was, do not do clenbuterol, do not do T3, because you guys are young, and then as you get older, you get fracked up. You're jacked. I see these women come in, but the thing is that normal people who don't do contests and fitness competitions, and I'm sure that you guys are like relatively aware of how it can jack your body up, but average people doing these drugs, for what? Average people are doing contest prep meals type of lifestyle, bodybuilder fitness, to get lean, because they just are caught up in this illusion that you get ripped and healthy. Yo, all those girls that I meet, severe depression, menstrual cycle issues, the rebound effect of gaining a ton of weight after they do a contest, they blow the heck up. But nobody talks about that. No one talks about that stuff. So if you don't hear the other side, how will you know? You're just like, wow, look how great they are. They look fantastic. They're all lean and ripped and abs showing and muscular. And I want to do it too because they just look so amazing. Now everybody, look, they're young. A lot of youngins doing this kind of stuff. Your cells are just simply stronger. For me to try to do those things at 47, I'm going to jack my shite up. It's not going to look good. I'm going to start to have turkey gobbler. The cortisol is going to make that drop. I'm going to start developing this pendulous skin drooping right there. My jowls are going to get inflamed and sag because my body, the cells aren't as strong as when I was 20-something. And so that kind of abuse, it's not a good fit. It's not a good look. We have to contextualize things. We can't just look at somebody else and go, I want what they have, or I want what Steph has. Steph's been working on this temple for a long time. It is my life nucleus, or the core, because if I'm not healthy, my lifestyle is not healthy, my choices in life are not healthy, and my relationships with people are not going to be healthy. So for me, the body and the mind are just like this. So when you take shortcuts to try to achieve the unattainable body that only lasts a few weeks, you jack your shite up. And you know what your shite is when it comes to fat burning? Your metabolism. What is that? That is the energy in every cell. That is major Mother Earth things like your thyroid and the pineal gland inside. Yeah? Your pituitary gland. Your adrenals. Your reproductive system and your muscular system. Those are the things that are regulating your metabolism. And of course, your immune system. Because if your immune system is jacked, you can't build, you look sickly. You can't do things overnight. You're gonna have a rebound effect. That is just the way that it is. Okay, so I'm all gassed up and juiced up. I got ketones coming up into my brain. It's absolutely fantastic. So let's keep moving right on to it. So this is a body of no cardio. And what I was saying in the last video is that cardio could put you, if you're carb to glucose dependent, cardio can put your body into a catabolic state and overtax your adrenals. Because once the gas tank is empty, the body and the brain has to get fuel from somewhere. So it's going to break down your muscle, the amino acids and protein, and it's going to convert it into glucose so you can be somewhat conscious, right? So you're not just like flopped on the floor hypoglycemic from not getting enough glucose. So your body will do whatever it can to get its energy. Do you break down ketones? Yes, but your body doesn't know how to use them in the beginning. If your body has to pick, it's going to pick glucose because that's the last second survival fuel. That it's an emergency. You don't keep tapping into emergency, you're going to wreck the machine. That's why cardio doesn't work. And people who do fitness competitions are like, cardio. Their glycogen storages are depleted. The body starts to break down systems. Oh, I'm starving. I mean, our hunter-gatherers, they'd be like, are you freaking out of your mind? What are you doing? Conserve some energy. But we are depleting. We're catabolic. So your body will rob. Yeah, rob from Paul to give to Pete. It's going to take from your muscle to give to your brain. And that overtaxes those systems I mentioned a few minutes back. So as you get older, the rebound effect on how you keep doing it the third, fourth, fifth rotation. And I get people, they eat like 800 calories a day and they cannot get lean. They can't. They can't sleep. They're freaking constipated. The guys' testosterone goes down the toilet doing these like marathons and triathlons, or just people who don't eat enough food and they over-exercise. Cardio is not normal. That's why people do HIIT training, because it's a 30-second burst followed by a minute and a half to 2 minute recovery, and that's to make sure that the cortisol that was starting to pump because your glycogen is empty, and so we're going to start to break down muscle to put gasoline back in your car. You know, that effect to break down muscle slows down after 30. Like if you stop after 30 seconds, then the cortisol stress hormone starts to go back down to resting zone, and that's why HIIT training has become more popular, because I don't really think that people understand why they're doing HIIT training. And then of course it has like a growth hormone effect because you're not overtaxing the body, because it's done in 30 seconds, not 45, not a minute. No, not 30 seconds, 30 seconds. It's 30 seconds and a minute and a half to 2 minutes. So, with that said, sustained cardio will always burn amino acids, gluconeogenesis, as it's burning a little fat. Yes. But then you're exhausted. That creates hypoglycemia or hypoglycemic response. Then you refeed, and then now your blood sugars are way up here and it's on a super toxic level, and then your body starts secreting insulin, and then the mechanism to secrete insulin to get the sugar out becomes overtaxed, and now insulin's not doing its job, and you go and you check your glucometer and your glucose is high, and you're like, I'm not diabetic, why is my glucose high? Yeah, because your body can't clear out the sugar, and then you're stressed and has a hard time to get the sugar into the cell, so you don't have those hunger signals. All of that stuff I just rambled on about gets messed up. Like the cross wires go like, they get messed. And at the end of the day, you're 47, you don't look like this. You gotta do drugs to look like this. And then the drugs jack you, and you have this other rebound effect. So guys, I was talking about the HCG diet before, and you guys have to remember that when women are pregnant, they also are in this kind of osteoclast catabolic effect of breaking down bone to feed the baby, growing baby. That's why it's not healthy. People, you need to look deeper into doing quick fixes to get your body, because you will always get jacked. In the end, there's going to always be a rebound effect. Always. You're not going to slip like a slippery bar of soap and escape a rebound effect that's going to jack you up. So when you're in your 40s, you will not look like this. It's not normal to have premenopausal symptoms. It's not normal for guys to not hold a woody. It's not normal for guys to have enlarged prostate. It's not normal for all these darn things, and constipation, loose stool from leaky gut, all this weird stuff. Or the attention deficit disorder, or the depression, and I just did a video about depression. Okay, it's that whole wicky-wacky cycle that we all put ourselves through, and the stress of life. So with that said, okay, ketogenic diet. So if I take the ketogenic diet in comparison to all these other things, so here we go. When you're in ketosis and you're highly keto adapted, you are not breaking down bone through osteoclast. You have this nice balance between osteoclast and osteoblast. So you're balanced. You're not feeding a baby. Well, you can. That's a whole other subject about doing keto and being pregnant. Yes. Or breastfeeding. Yes. Awesomeness. Children are born in ketosis and the mother's milk is so fat, over 50% fat. Whole nother subject. Here we go. So basically, so you don't have to do that ridiculous thing, because of course your body, when it's in a state of ketosis, it leaves the muscle alone, which puts you in an anabolic state, and you burn body fat. Yeah? And you have fat to burn. The body's like, hey, we have this excess body fat, we don't need it, we're not starving, let's get rid of it. Perfect. Just saying. Okay, what else? What else do we have? Okay, well, we have things like caffeine, pre-workouts. I don't understand. I see guys in the gym, and they're either crashed off their pre-workout supplement, or they're jacked, and they can't focus, and not doing things properly. It's just like all flailing all over the gym and talking spastic, and they're like, oh, I'm so hyper. And they're young, and they don't look like this. They don't have this. They don't have the business. They don't have this lean body mass. No, they don't. It's like, it's like one step up, one step down. You just look the same, or it's like one step up, two steps down, and people start to look worse as time goes on. Yikes. Caffeine overstimulates the adrenals. How many times I have to tell you guys? What else does it do? It downregulates your vitamin D. What jumps onto D? All the minerals. Yes, calcium. Now you're deficient in D and calcium and other minerals. It overproduces. It tells your adrenals. Thinks your body's in a fight or flight syndrome. There's a plane going by. Oh, I grew slow. Oh, okay. Also, geez, time goes by so fast. I swear, guys, I'm trying to get it all in. But caffeine also is very acidic, and some people get stomach aches from it. The taxing of your adrenals is overproducing cortisol, and that's a problem because cortisol makes you age and makes you sick. Get rid of the coffee. Get rid of the caffeine. Get rid of it. And the decaf coffee doesn't get rid of all the caffeine. And the way they process it, it's with nasty chemicals. Get rid of it, guys. God, if you feel that you are so addicted, that you're so dependent on coffee, I like the taste of BS. You don't like the taste. You're dependent on it. I'm so tired of people saying, I can stop if I want to. No, you can't. Well, yeah, you can. But if you could, why would you choose the detriment of destroying your body over having the business? Why would you do that? Why? And then you complain about how your body looks. So the whole thing is kind of wicky-wacky and wonky to me. So with that said, guys, no caffeine, no HCG, no clenbuterol, no dieting, no cyclic ketosis, no carb cycling. And if you want to learn more about how the benefits of ketosis and how it does make you ripped over time without any of that breaking down and just nice being anabolic, StephaniePerson.com. Stephanie the business person, or Stephanie Ketogenic on my fan page. Whew, it's hard to get it all in. I gotta do more videos. But yeah, don't do all these dieting things. It's always going to have a rebound effect. Remember that. You will never, ever get the body you want if you rush it. Never. And stop thinking you're going to get into ketosis in a week, because it ain't going to happen.